last act of the current chapter. Let's go. Despite sickness and plagues and all other such manner of nonsense, and trying to stop me from being caught up on this game and being able to go along with it like everyone else. Finally. Minus post Honkai Odyssey. We're not going to worry about that. I'll talk about that later. One act left, with plenty of time to spare before the next patch. It's a long time coming, but we're here. Probably gonna fall asleep soon, Fusion. Cool. No worries. You might miss some of the honking, but somehow I think you'll be fine. Hey, Minato. These missions, I've been doing these off screen. Su Shang's is annoying. Su Shang's is really annoying, and I cannot for the life of me get enough points to get that last bit of shekels right there. You barely understand the honking to begin with. Understandable. It is an acquired taste. Time capsule going on. I don't think I did. I got the thingy. I couldn't help myself. I had to buy like $15 worth of bee chips because I already had some left over from the battle pass and whatnot. You know, just like it, you just don't understand it. No, that's Fusion. That's a perfectly fair assessment. Yeah, that Air Share of Thunder outfit. That was one of the first. I think I actually first saw her in this outfit over her regular alt. Just because of back when Raiden Shogun and Genshin leaked, and people were not too pleased with the designs. They kept posting HOT to compare between games. Like, look how much cooler Raiden is in Honkai. And I kept seeing this outfit instead of her default one. So I've known about this outfit for a hot minute, so I'm like, she's one of my strongest characters now. Just by virtue of having her signature weapon and a bunch of good shit, so. Yeah, it's logged into your account secret. Nice. Glad you could make it. But yeah. Again, almost caught up. Just got to do these last 4 chapters. I'm guessing these are going to be very deceptive, and this is probably going to take another 2 hours at least. Depending on how long that takes and how I'm feeling, I may or may not also try to finish a post Honkai Odyssey tonight, but I'm not too worried about it. Almost 1k Prima Gems for... Oh, nice. Are you going to keep YOLO pulling for Al Haytham, or are you just going to go back into save mode and wait for a different hubby? Save your coin flip. Or save your guarantee, rather. Dokkan's anniversary straight up in Japan. Animations are still not getting better somehow. Big oof. You'd think they could afford to bump it up a little bit. You did a multi for Grisio. Got bottom stigma for Equinox? That's not the worst thing. Sucks that you didn't get Grisio's stuff, because her weapon has proven to be kind of vital. I'm finally starting to understand why Grisio is good. Now that I actually have her stuff. I'm gonna feel very dumb for getting her stuff. Depending on what MiHoYo pulls. Which so I turned my brain off for a lot of the news events and everything. You can probably play this game since you got a 2 TB external hard drive last week, Kaiza. Oh yeah, you absolutely could. I'd recommend this game personally. The story can be a little incomprehensible and poorly told sometimes, but generally speaking, this game's pretty goddamn good. And very, very fun to play, most importantly. If you want a good free-to-play Bayonetta clone, or TMC-ish clone, then this your gal. You got to play Final Fantasy XIV? Oh, nice. Then yeah, you'll be fine. But yeah, even though I'm perfectly capable of turning my brain off and not paying much attention to images in this game, titles are another thing. And the title of an upcoming chapter has me slightly concerned, depending on what happens in this last act. We'll see. Because one thing's obviously going to happen by the end of the story. The other thing I would not have had any clue of until the last chapter's cliffhanger, or the last act's cliffhanger. Certain word getting tossed around that kind of has to be like, they wouldn't do what I think they're going to do, would they? We'll see, though. Have a 1 TB with your new PC, but still waiting for your cousin for a part 4. Dang. Yeah, I'm waiting to get my new one. I had my fan turned off because it was freezing today because it's been raining all day. And because of it, I had to... there's not as much noise. Like, normally I have the fan as constant white noise in the background, but today for a while I didn't have that, and I realized how loud my PC is. Like, dying breath loud. I'm like, oh, that's not good. One more part, boys. Only $400 to go. If you do it in gift subs, you can also force me to play the toothpaste game. That's a 2-for-1. 1 second, I have to let Tommy out. People like when they can do stuff like that, right? Like, you can potentially torture me and help me get the new, the keyboard replacement. I still need to do a round 2 for that poll. Also for reference, we are dropping frames, not friends. Probably that too. But I'm currently dropping frames in OBS, and I'm literally just on a menu screen, so that's not good. Alright, we're gonna try and power through, though. Bowed out all the Mirage tickets. I think I went for the ether fuel first, actually. Oh wait, no, I did. Yeah, I like to think I'm pretty smart on what stuff to prioritize buying at this point. So I wanted to make sure I have enough left for that. I still got to try to do better at Sushanks to be able to get that. I don't know what to prioritize after that. Probably these and maybe these. But yeah. Try to be smart whenever we have limited currency like that, just in case I don't quite have enough. If you don't get him in the next 10 roll, you'll just save and wait for his rerun. Yeah, fair enough. I'll be wishing you the best of luck, Secret. I know how badly you've been waiting for him. You deserve to get him. Genshin is a cruel beast sometimes. So is this game, again, especially if they're gonna do what I have a bad feeling they might be doing. But we'll find out. I'm not gonna even try to speculate. We're just gonna play this and we'll see if I'm right. Subscribe to the Patreon, you'll be higher class in the Discord and officially cooler than everyone else. Yeah, your name gets to be a cool color. Besides for the mods who already have a cool color. Not someone who usually puts money into gacha games, maybe because, you know, you get addicted to that stuff. Yeah, guys. You're a very smart man. I did not either. The only money I had ever spent on in gacha before Genshin and Honkai was, I once bought, like, a $20 box in South Park Phone Destroyer purely to get the fantasy class early, because I knew that's what I wanted to main. And I bought, like, the monthly or weekly pass, I forget what it was, in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross a couple of times. It was, like, $5 or something like that. I forget. It's some kind of, like, you know, extra bonus access thing that they would sell. Yeah, I never had an issue until Genshin and Honkai. I struggle to say, I'm not going to say I have an addiction to it. Because, you know, I haven't had to start selling off my possessions. But yeah, like, I've probably definitely spent more money on either of these than is probably healthy. I've been easing up on it, though, lately. Alrighty. Yeah, you bought that $50 pack for Ito. Yeah, technically, I know you don't have money, Secret, but if you did somehow come into money and want to guarantee Al-Haytham, at least you have, you would have the top-off bonus reset, so that's good. It's not an addiction, it's the one to play pretty people. I just like pretty things, man, like I said. Just, I'll buy the battle pass, I'll buy the weekly stuff, and then once in a while, I'll buy a costume. Like I did for, what's it called? Like I just did for Raiden. You gotta treat yourself once in a while. It's not like I really have any hobbies outside of this and figure collecting. So, hey, it works out. I'll sell the Revice and Saber figures for triple S Calpus. Yes. I mean, good luck finding anybody who'd want them, but sure. You do have a $50 Visa card secret? Yeah, so if you absolutely got desperate, you could do that, because you would have the top-off bonus, so that'd probably be enough. I'm not sure what your exact pity is, but yeah. Alright, I'm gonna stop rambling and actually play this video game. Have to use May or Soccer. I'm guessing you're not gonna give me a choice in that matter? Yep. Can I use mine instead? Can I use mine instead? Mine has a cooler outfit. Mine has better weapons. The only thing this one has over mine is that she's triple S instead of double S. Game, you're mean. I hate you. I take back everything nice I've ever said about you. If they ever drop a Kamen Rider game with a Kamen Rider gacha, I'm in trouble. I've talked about that before. But yeah, if I do have to sell my figures, then obviously the shitty seasons are the first to go. Jane came home in like 50 pulls, so you've got about 50 pity. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not, I can't remember Genshin's exact rates off the top of my head right now, but if you're already about 50 pity and you were to spend your gift card on like the top off, then you'd probably have enough. Not to encourage spending money in gacha. Just immediately disregarding my own advice, but just I know how much secret ones I'll hate them. And just pointing out that if you are going to spend money in these games, then that is the smart thing to do. Is to just wait for the top off resets and only spend during those. Because any other time, it's more of a scam than it already is.
私自身の考えを言わせてもらえば、愛は学べるものだと信じている。いつか私たちは熟練して、その本当の姿が見えるようになる。
If you say so, Raven.
お前も知っているように、学習とは
Getting decent at recognizing all the Japanese voices in this game.
参考にする対象
Able
が
to pick
多
up on
ければ
Rita
多い
last time
ほ
as
ど、
well.
最後の
Or
結
the
果
time
が
before
異なっ
last.
てくる。言い方を変えれば、ああいう変わらない愛は、むしろ危険な自己満足になる。
People lose their minds like, we're getting moved so soon. I would absolutely spend for dangerous zombie. No question.
それとも私に興味がないのか?
Riders that would make me spend money in a Kamen Rider gacha to get Gem, the Hoppers, Kagami, and almost any character from Ryuki, probably. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Imagines, the Imagines, yeah, probably.
例えば、あんなに勉強したのに、結局は子供を騙して月に来させた話とか。
The combo form of the Hoppers, oh my god, Hoppers 2 in 1. Triple S scissor! Let's go! I'm making a donation goal, like I did Bendy that one time. Scissors is important to he's important to the lore. Same with the Hoppers, actually. They're still at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, good god. Guys, I'm dropping frames and we're literally just on a still image. Like... Kibo, please. Kibo, you're embarrassing me. Oh.
どちらが勝ってもだ。
渡りガラス、この話、子供たちに伝えたことはあるの?
Momotara's with a sign that says he's the right
それじゃ
triple
矛
S.
盾してるだろ。いつかそんな日が来るかもしれないが、そういう生きるために不必要なコツを私は教えたくない。もちろん あの子たちが覚えたとしても
Give money to make
それ
Kibo
を使
stop
う日が
embarrassing
来な
me.
いこ
Yeah.
とを願ってる
Yeah, I'm in full shill mode right now, like I said.
あなたも成婚計画の
Because
正
he's
当性は
doing shit
認め
that
てない
he's literally he's getting worse day by day, it feels like.
成婚計画に
And
従
I'm just
う
at this
こと
point
が
like, hey, look, you get to
私の最善
you
の
get to
答えだ
put me over the last
だから
stepping stone
あな
and
たは成婚計画を守る
and
人
make me
間
play
と
the
して
toothpaste
私
game
の前に
if
立
you
ち
choose
続
to
ける
do
つもり
through do so through gift
そう
subs.
攻撃的にならないでくれ雷電家のお嬢
I
様
would call that a win-win.
何があっても私はヨルムンガンドから給料をもらっている幹部なんだ。それに成婚計画が始まる前に子供たちの生活を保障してくれたのはヨルムンガンドだ。そして成婚計画が始まった後、子供たちに光あふれる新しい世
I
界
should
を
look
く
it
れ
up.
た
Is
の
it
も
anything? Is like is my
Yorumun
drivers outdated or
お
something?
前が私の立場だったら
I doubt it, but
何
like
を選ぶ？誤解しないでくれ。お前にわかるわけがないなん
getting
て
this much worse
子
all of a
供みた
sudden.
いなことを言うほどバカじゃない。
Slightly worrying.
ただ私たちは全く異なる人生を歩んでいるってことを言いたかったんだ。
Oh, sure enough, there is a new
お前は
one.
闇の中を通っただけで
Maybe this will help.
最初から
Probably
最
not,
後
but
ま
hey.
で光に属する人間だ。だからやりたいことがある
If
なら
anything freaks out, I'm updating my driver in the background for my
ヨルム
graphics
ンガ
card.
ンドが私に与えた任務の中に
On the off chance that
相
will
手
fix
全員
anything.
の説得なんて含まれてないしな。
じゃあどうしてまた私の前に現れたの？しかもよりによってここに。
言っただろ？本当に偶然だったんだ。機嫌が悪くて少し気分転換しようと思ってきたら落ち込んでる誰かさんに遭遇したってわけさ。
こんなところで気分転換？
誰が形勢を握っているのか忘れないで
I
く
was
れ。
gonna say, you're being awfully casual about how you got here.
ヨルムンガンドにとって
Hey,
ここ
O'Neill.
は嵐の
Last
中で
night
も
sure
安ら
was
ぎを与えて
something.
くれる港だ。
That is one way to put
誰
it.
も思わないだろうな。その港が存在する理由がお前にあるなんて。ライデン・メイ、お前に比べれば私の方が行き場のない人間だ。ずっとそうだった。
個人所有の島なんてあなたにとっては難しいことでもないでしょ。
You're rich.
から
Buy
か
an
うのはや
island.
めてくれ。私は救世主の追従者。彼が世界を滅ぼし新たな世界を作るところを見届ける。その気になれば大陸の主になることだってできる。しかしライデン・メイ、お前は私の過去を耳にしたかもしれない。
And now for another exciting episode of May having better chemistry with Raven than she does
私
Kiana.
がどれだけ現実を嘆いたかを。ただあの時夢が叶ったと仮定して本当に私にとっての全てがうまくいっていたと思うか？
それって永遠に実現できない理想の方が良かったって言いたいの？
そんなにはっきり言わないでくれ。恥ずかしいだろ。だが今回犠牲になった人たちだって同じだ。毎日希望のない理想で自分を励まして何の意味があるのかわからないことをしながら短い人生を送る。傭兵、バーテンダー、そして別荘のある島。その全てが私の生き方であり私の人生にとっての毒でもある。しかし幸い私を先生と呼んでくれる人もいる。
At least two.
話を聞いていると
I don't know where the rest of the
あな
kids
たは
are.
夢を見る側に向いているよう
I
に
know
思
there
え
are
る
two
け
hanging
ど
out on the moon.
自分でもそう思うよ。ただ残念なことに私は夢を見ない人間だ。いや、私が孫子のように特別だというわけじゃない。お前も成婚計画が人々に与える夢を知ってるだろ。すべての人の幸せを
See where the fluff is on that link now. Oh, it's a video. I can't watch this quite this second, unfortunately, because the audio will bleed in.
他人にとっての幸せが私を満足
I'll
させ
keep
ら
that
れ
on
る
hand
なら
though.
今みたいに部外者のままでいると思うか？
部外者ね。適切だと思うけど。 それであなたの気分転換は終わったの？
なんだ、もう私のことが嫌になったのか？
Okay. Once again, if anything freaks out, I apologize.
いいだろう。もうお前の時間は取らせない。
But I am gonna go ahead and install whatever this update is to see if that helps. Certainly can't make things worse. Again, dropping frames on a still image. That's, that sure is something there, Kibo.
今のところお前の2勝1敗だが、私だって負けたままでいるつもりはない。敵を甘く見すぎると痛い目に遭うかもしれないぞ。
Braving, you know they say doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results is a form of insanity? Yeah, ironically, strangely enough, it actually looks like it's fine right now. Heavy action is okay, but a still frame of two girls talking is not. I guess Raven's boob socks were just too powerful?
私の立場はどうだっていい。ハイヘビがよく言っているように、人は誰もが本物の自由を恐れている。それに、新しいものを意味嫌うのは
I'm trying violence,
渡りガラ
mother!
スの習性だ。
Like, I know you do, baby boy.
はっきりと見えない感覚はどうだ？
Why does Chapter 2 of Elysian Realm feel like a filler arc? It's not. It's just that it's an absurd amount of length to get to, like, one story beat. The only story beat in Act 2 is the fact that Mobius tries to take over May's body and learning about her backstory. Like, it's not filler, but it is definitely a good example of how Honkai's pacing can be kind of fucked sometimes. So Ghost, yeah, pretty much. Just trying to stretch 20 episodes worth of plot into 50, exactly. It's also the opposite of the Persona 5 anime.
相手にならないって言ったでしょ。
Hey, let's put 120 hours into 26 episodes. We're smart.
少なくとも今回は誰かに強いられたような状況じゃなかった。
I say that, but Persona 4 is almost as long, and Persona 4's anime is great.
お前の3勝1敗だ、お嬢様。これから挽回する機会があるといいんだが。行け。
Honkai, you
まだ
say?
理解できてないんだけど、結局あなたはどうして私に会いに来たの？
I wish I knew how to
偶
quit
然
you.
だって。その偶然が誰かに利用されないとも限らないが。私としては本当にお前と話がしたかっただけだ。人はそういう生き物だろ。心にしまって言わ
P5 team
な
were
い
the
と
same
決め
ones
込ん
as
で
the
いたこ
P4.
と。
Well, that went poorly.
オープンワールドの冒険依頼は毎週3回受けるチャンスがあるんだよ。
I am sorry about that. Updating the thingy made everything freak out slightly more than I was expecting. And now I have to edit videos together, so that's great. I also have to fight Raven again. Yay.
私、それはどちらの愛だが言い方。
一体何が言いたい？
I'm gonna mute that just for a second. So we're not listening to cut off sentences for 5 minutes. Well, the good news is that did seem to actually help the frame rate dropping a little bit. It's not doing it anymore. Granted, I guess that could be because the audio is muted, but whatever. Hello. Alright. Yeah, sorry about that. It's always a crapshoot how much updating that will actually affect things. It affected things slightly more than I thought it would. It made OBS crash. It made one of my monitors blue screen, and it made Honkai crash. So, you know. I am very sorry about that. But again, on the bright side, it did seem to actually help a little bit. I'll have to wait until I'm on an image unmuted. But donate to end Kibo's suffering. Donate to end Kibo's suffering so he can either go to Ivy or my little sister or my grandma. Somebody who will be able to make good use of him and not put such a strain on him. Alright, I'm just gonna let this play again because I forget exactly where it crashed.
今回は誰かに強いられたような状況じゃなかった。そういうのはもうたくさんだ。お前の3勝1敗だ、お嬢様。これから挽回する機会があるといいんだが。行け。
まだ理解できてないんだけど、結局あなたはどうして私に会いに来たの？
だから偶然だって。その偶然が誰かに利用されないとも限らないが、私としては本当にお前と話がしたかっただけだ。人はそう
I
い
am
う生き物だ。
unreasonably excited to watch more Kamen Rider
心
Zio
にしま
tomorrow.
って言わないと決め込んでいたことを、
On a completely
い
unrelated
ざ誰
note
かに打ち明けようとした時に、
from Kibo or the game.
初めて聞いてくれる相手がいないことに気づく。
It was actually a very pleasant surprise last week.
私と一
I
緒
look
に行
forward
き
to
ましょう。
trying to pick more stuff out tomorrow.
やめておくよ。お前は世界を救いに行くんだろ。それは若者だけが目指し、若者だけが成し遂げられる
Oh
こと
shoot,
だ。
I should have gotten up to grab some orange juice
私は年を取りすぎたの
before
か
I
も
started
し
the
れない
stream
な。
back up. Oh well.
世界が自分を救ってくれるのを待ちたいと思うなんて。お前が本気なら、未来で私を釈放できるようにうまくやってくれ。ああ、そろそろ時間だ。
時間？
おや、忠告するのを忘れていたな。時に肉体の疲れのせいで精神にもボロが出やすくなる。
渡りガラス、あなた。
なんだ。
The best way to put it is that Zio is a bad
お前
story,
は私に2
but
回
a
多く勝った。
at least decent
だから
celebration.
私もお前を2回
Like
眠ら
its
せる。
own plot is a mess, and most of the characters are kind of dumb. Or just very boring, rather. But, again, it's the anti-Decade. Unlike Decade, if nothing else, it at least feels like it's respectful of everything that came before there. Very few of the tribute arcs are outright stinkers. Gonna get some pasta? Nice.
反逆？
Part 2 of the anniversary may have been leaked by devs getting some asses in the game earlier than implementation. Oh. Basically just ignore the plot then, pretty much. Like, there's a little bit to be said for some of the stuff. Because again, like, obviously, they tried to, like, have the morals of the past relate to Sogo now. And the stuff he's trying to do. Sometimes it works, sometimes it means stuff, other times not so much. And again, there's a certain way I choose to interpret some stuff in Zio towards the end. That makes me be like, oh, I'm glad this happened. For that, if nothing else. But it's just a headcanon. You just need to get laid, bruh. That is not the issue.
ウサギはとっくに試しただろ。もう彼女に本当の自分と向き合ってもらったとか言うのもやめてくれよ。そういう謎々は時代遅れだぞ。彼女に本当の自分と向き合ってもらった。まあいい。その機械頭、やっぱり気に入らないな。じゃ、他に用がなければ。結果が明らかになる前にせいぜい逃げるといいさ。ナターシャ・キオラ、今は君もヨルムンガンドの敵だ。お前たち機械頭以外ヨルムンガンドにはもう誰も残ってないんだろうな。
I stand by what I said. Somebody asked me at some point, who's worse, the narrator or Schrödinger? The narrator.
どうやらこれは単なる夢じゃなさそうね。成婚計画の本
This is chapter 34.
もしかして
You should be aware enough of your medium at this point to know that a narrator is not necessary and know how to ride around not having one. Is Omega Shenron a decent villain, or is it just a cool design? I don't think he even looks cool. Personally. I think his design's kind of dumb. Daddy issues?
自分で料理を作ったのは召使いがいなくなったからじゃないのか、お嬢様。
誰もあんたと一緒にご飯を食べたいなんて思わないわよ、この犯罪者の娘。
ヨルムンガンドは私。
Oh god, they gave you the shitty suit again. I hate this suit. So lame. Or augment core, whatever you want to call it, technically. Ignore. I don't respect him enough to ignore the so-called weird bits. I don't know what the weird bits are. I just don't think he looks cool or intimidating. I don't think any of the Black Star Dragons look cool. I gotta be perfectly honest. Even the ones I actually kind of like, in terms of like personality, even like Nova Shenron. Even the ones I'm like, I don't think look very good. Like Nova Shenron's got the stupid imperfect selfish lips going on. Does not look right.
メイ先輩
私はいいの。メイ先輩が無事なら。
キアナちゃん、
長空士でのことかしら。それがあなたたちの目的なの？ヨルムンガンド。他人の幸せを共有するより、自分の人生に残った開墾を自らの手で取り除く。その方がより人の心を惑わせる夢になる。渡りガラス、やっぱりあなたは黒幕の駒に過ぎないんでしょうね。何が夢を見ない人間よ。
キアナちゃん、危ない。私の後ろに下がって。
影分身瞬戦。
いいでしょう。
やっちゃった。大丈夫。私も少しは役に立てるよ。
キアナちゃん、あのね、キアナちゃんが手伝うことをやめてたら、もうとっくにご飯を食べられていたはずなの。
うい。だって本気で料理を覚えたかったんだもん。お皿洗いだけじゃつまらないし。
わかったわ。確かに。
Yeah.
キ
I
アナ
don't
ち
know.
ゃ
I
んも
mean, I
成
don't.
長してるもん。
Usually, you know me. I don't know about Dokkan. I can't.
まずはこれを洗って
All I
ほ
can
しいんだ
speak
け
is
ど。
I'm purely talking about in terms of the actual show
もう包丁
and
には
as an
触っちゃ
actual
ダメよ。
as a character in the show.
もう大丈夫。
And all I can say based on that is that Omega Shenron is
水に
stupid.
つけても平気だよね。
Super 17 is
メイ
fucking
先
stupid
輩が
too.
くれたものだから。
キアナちゃん、
Most things
変
from
なこと言わない
GT
で。安心して。
are
問題ないわ。
are stupid.
キアナちゃんに
IMHO.
はいろいろあげてるし、どれもそんな風に大事にしてたら何もできなくなっちゃうわよ。
それもそうだね。
Just desperate for a bad team to get good. Okay, fair enough.
ああ、そういえば今ネットで話題になってるよね。
Yeah, that's the biggest thing with
あの
GT for
懸
me
命
is
な
that
大
like
司教が崩壊の存在を
even if
公
I
開
could
したって。
acknowledge some of the ideas were good, like just I hate the
そういう
style
の
of
は信じない
GT.
方がいいわ。
Like the art shift from
Well,
the end of
Honkai
Z to
Garami no
GT is
Sagi
just
ga何件も起きてるみたい。
not appealing to me.
私
I hate how
もう
like
子供じゃないん
gross
だ
and
けど
overly shiny the characters
でも
look.
確か
I
に
I
色
hate
々
I hate the
言
way
わ
they
れ
look
て
in
る
Super
よ
2
ね。
for the record.
世界
Whenever
の
they
終わ
kind
り
of
が来
shifted
る
that
かも
art
しれ
style.
ないとか。メイ先輩、もしそれが本当だったら
And then just none of the
最後の日は
new
何をして過ごしたい？
characters or villains or whatever
Eh?
look good to me.
そんなこと私たちの生活には関係ない
Just
でし
not a
ょ。
good time.
天命のバルキリーを信じましょう。
Nobody ate dinner
関
that
係ない
night.
から話のネタにするんだよ。そうじゃなきゃこんな
The
こ
ending
と
was
を話題
good.
にしようとも思わない
No,
も
it
ん。
wasn't.
それに私たちが若い頃だってなかなか壮絶なものを見たよね。
No, it
キアナち
wasn't.
ゃ
I'm
ん、別に今だ
sorry.
って老けてないでしょ。
ちょっと考えたんだけど、もし本当に
Yeah, with
最
Super,
後
I
の
know
日
it's
が
just
来た
because
ら
that's the animation style
一
now.
緒に世界を救うっていうの
Everything's
はどう？
digital. I get
何
that.
を言ってるの。私たちはニュースに出てた。
That's why I don't hold it as. That's why I don't hold it against Super as much as I do
やってみなきゃ
GT.
わからないのに。
GT just looks gross.
メイ先輩は
Everybody
何を
looks
した？
every character in GT looks like they got rubbed down with tanning oil.
それに
You know what I mean?
いいことでもないわ。
Like unnaturally shiny.
もし本当にその日が来たら。
新アラハトが始まるよ。メイ先輩、ちょっと待ってて。少し音を大きくしてくる。リモコンは？
もし本当にその日が来たら。
メイ先輩、何か言った？
なんでもないわ。あ、キアナちゃん、一体何を洗ったの？イチゴは卵の炒め物には使えないわ。試してみるのもダメ。
Game, if you wanted me to care about Kiana and May's relationship, you probably should have had scenes like that earlier on, not just flashbacks to him now. Just saying.
世界の真相や最後の勝利なんて気にしない。俺はただ死ぬ時は誰かに抱きしめられたい。
そうね。もう十分でしょ。出てきなさい。
やっと気づいたのか。しかし、また私に会えたという
I
の
was
に
gonna say, this plot
その
point,
態度
really?
か。
I was gonna comment on this, but I was ragging. I felt like I was ragging on May enough last time I talked a little bit about some of the issues with her, because like the whole relationship with Kiana thing is kind of enough of a talking point in its own right. Another thing that bothers me about May, the Air Sheriff Thunder thing. Like early on, like in the first chapter, they like they implied that the Air Sheriff Thunder was a split personality situation, because she just kind of like. There's that moment where she just like completely changes her demeanor and like nothing personnel's an enemy. And then in Naganazora, she has that breakdown where she's just talking about like how she literally does not care about what happens to her, what happens to anything at this point. She just wants Kiana to be safe. And she's talking to and there the implication is also that she's talking to Air Sheriff Thunder. And I thought the implication there when that first happened is that she was completely surrendering her personality. I thought that she was just straight up handing the reins to the Air Sheriff Thunder persona, and that was going to be her deal. But it wasn't. Like, you do the Elysian Realm stuff then, and it's very clear that she's still the one in the driver's seat. There were dead-ass moments where I kind of forgot that this was even a thing. So what?
別にフレンドリーとは言えないわよね。雷の律者というより、私自身の成婚の意志。
Build syndrome.
お前は救いようのないバカではないようだ。
And now you're being reminded of Sento and Kisaragi. I hate to make that comparison, but yeah, kind of.
成婚計画のメカニズムから考えれば、
Like what is the exact nature of this relationship?
相当限定されている。
Whatever the plot needs it to be, I guess.
お父様がコンケストジェムを私の体に埋め
When it needs to be more of a split personality, it's more of a split personality.
私の命を助けられなかったからだって。ただ、あなたがあまりにも自然に現れたものだから。
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about when I say like a lot of stuff about May just bothers me, even beyond her relationship with Kiana. Like her plot lines are just really, really messy. Hey Neo, the writers remembered that the Air Sheriff Thunder is supposed to be a split personality. It's okay if you didn't know that. It's been brought up twice in the entirety of the game before now. It's like you see, yeah, like it's even manifesting in this form. Like this kind of loses any real punch when the actual May that we know has been walking around like this for the past 10 chapters. Like, this isn't a confrontation moment. This isn't Jekyll and Hyde.
あなたは私が知ってる他の律者人格とは全く違う。私たちに多重人格になるような過去はない。それに、律者人格なのに、どうしてあなたの執着はキアナちゃんだけに向けられているの？
And then there's that implication on top of it that I've seen. I've seen people talk about that before. Like, yeah, I never got that impression, but again, it's because the split personality thing has been so buried. But like, I've seen people talking about this at one point, that the whole idea is that Air Sheriff Thunder, that personality, is the one who's obsessed with Kiana to such a degree that she'd let the rest of the world burn for her. Which is backwards, right? Like, by that logic, it should have been the opposite in the Naganazora arc then, right? Like, I don't know. Again, May's just messy. She's a messy, messy character. You're gonna put Nightglow over Ethel and Kamaravi's fight? Kino.
勘違いするな。お前が無能すぎて見るに耐えないだけだ。それにお前だってエリシアと知り合ったのだ。
Yeah, I'm sad Ninja's not here, because I would love some insight if there's anything that actually makes sense of this plot point. It's as presented in the game. I'm sorry, this is messy.
何をバカなことを。一人前になったからといって私に喧嘩を売ろうとしているのか。
あなたが私のことを理解できているなら、あんな不器用な方法で挨拶したりしないはずよ。人生をやり直すなんて想像。論理的じゃないだけでなく、あなたが私やキアナちゃんのことを何も知らない証拠だわ。それだけにどうしても考えてしまう。羽化の後、あなたは一度消滅した。だから成婚計画で再現された時、あなたは私の知識だけ受け継ぎ、感動を得られなかったんじゃないかって。
ざれ言。それがお前の欲しているものではないと胸に手を当てて言えるか。
言えるわ。
私が力を全てをお前に渡したのは何のためだと思っているんだ。
キアナちゃんのためでしょ。だからこそ成婚計画が私たちに与えてくれたものはちっとも足りないの。あなたが困惑しているのはまだキアナちゃんのことを十分に知らないからよ。一人の運命はその性格にある。この言葉の意味を理解してみるといいわ。例えば世界の終わりを前にキアナちゃんがすることはただ一つ。それを阻止することだけよ。結果なんて関係ない。それが彼女の生き様なの。
それはお前が無能すぎるからだ。お前には問題を解決する能力がない。だから相手が犠牲になるところを見ていることしかできないというのに、それを相手の生き様だと。お前は本当に救いようがないほど育児がないな。
あなた本当に長く眠りすぎたみたいね。今この瞬間も私たち二人の中で育児がないのはどちらかというとあなたの方よ。ここに来る前、ある友人に会ったの。彼女は敗者として現れ、自身を戒めに私にあることを教えてくれた。それはどんなタイプの愛も機械的な理念ではなく尊重に基づいた理解であるということ。本音を言うと余計なお世話だと思ったけど、でもそれすら理解できないままだったら、私がキアナちゃんの元に戻ることはむしろ間違いでしかない。そしてあなたが見せた実現できない可能性も、動機はどうあれキアナちゃんの人格を軽く見ているだけでなく、かつてエリシアが私に見せてくれた全てを侮辱するものよ。
その口調。お前英傑と同じ道を歩んでいることを自慢に思っているのか。
I mean, yeah, it's kind of the only arc she's had is learning from them.
私は何度も考えたの。
Hey,
意志よりも
how you
私
doing?
は力の面で彼らと近い場所にいる。それなら自分を彼らの生徒だと思ったっていいでしょ。
どこまで愚かで弱いのか。死が敗者ならばその生徒も同じ道をたどることになるだろう。
英傑たちが敗者かどうかは置いておくとして、たとえそうだとしても事業の敗者は 必ずしも人格的に先生に向いていないとは限らないわ。世界は広い。運命という視点から見れば、大多数の人々はただの過程でしかない。
So Sento's core personality duo thing, Kentoku's backstory and side material thing, Banjo's non-existent recovery arc, Nakasatori and Kasumi is the comparison there. Yeah, I don't know, like, I don't know if she necessarily needed a recovery period after Nakasatori. It's just weird because, like I said, it felt like she was literally offering herself to suffer a death of personality for the sake of protecting Kiana. And it's like, nah, that's still me up here. Switch to Japanese dub of Hi-Fi Rush and Takehiko Kuyasu is the main villain. Nice. Kanadiota!
でもそれは立ち止まる理由にはならないわ。人は生きていく中でいろいろな問題に遭遇する。そして問題に向き合うたびにリスクを背負うことになる。ただ叫ぶだけでいきなり自分の実力以上のことができるようになるわけじゃない。何もできない。これだって自分の問題から逃げていい理由にはならないわ。私にとってキアナちゃんは今でも世界の原点よ。でもだからこそ私の求める人生より彼女の求める人生の方がずっと大事なの。あなたが見せた未来はあくまであなた個人の弱者の幸せでしかないわ。キアナちゃんはもう昔のキアナちゃんじゃない。
I am the fucking strong!
私だって同じよ。お前はかつて交わした約束を忘れてはいないだろうな。もちろんこの世界なんかよりもキアナちゃんの方がずっと大事だからこそ勝手に相手の人生を決めつけるわけにはいかないわ。彼女にとってより良い状態にならないと私たちの努力もただの皮肉にしかならないでしょ。たとえ危険にさらされ茨の道を歩むことになったとしても、たとえ危険にさらされ茨の道を歩むことになったとしてもよ。
It's the track that sounds like the Mystery Dungeon track. I like this song a lot. I don't think I ever got the name of it. If I did, I forgot to write it down. It's very pretty.
私は虚勢を張り立ち止まる存在かもしれない。しかしだからこそライデン・メイ、私たちは本当の
You're
決
gonna make
着
me
をつけな
fight
きゃならない。
HOT with the shitty augment core suit, aren't you?
本当の決着ね。
Okay, okay, thank God. Oh God, my controller turned off.
あなたの望む通りにしましょう。
Still won't give me back my dragon.
その度胸悪くない。し別れて3日なればすなわちまさに刮目して相待つべし。
Is nowhere near me sitting for me, Sora. No, thank God. You forgot me Sora's name for a second. Autocorrect, the only reason you remembered. Ooh. Yeah, that's rarely a good sign. Like last time on Honkai when I completely blanked on the fortune social link from P3. Who is me, Sora? The main girl from Build? You know. The one who, halfway through the show, stopped having a personality and started dressing like an ugly grandma.
この戦いはあなたを満足させられたかしら。どうだろうな。なんだ。そんなに私に自分の過ちを認めさせたいのか。そこまで言ってないでしょ。でもあなたが拳で問題を解決したい。
The one with the pretty bunny.
見ての通り。
There you go.
今の私はより強いわよ。それは
You get the pretty bunny. I don't think we even have the pretty bunny as it anymore, sadly.
それにあなたは私のことを理解してないって言ったけど。
I'm very
それが
sad
当然のこと。
that we're still nowhere near getting partnered ever.
完全に理解できるはずがないもの。それは誰だって同じよ。
何をふざけたこと。
あら、
I think that's the only way for me to get new emotes.
あなたが現れる前からライデン・メイは今のあなたにそっくりだったわよ。そうでなければ最初から女王なんてあだ名をつけられるわけがないでしょ。他人に優しいと言われる私はむしろショックを受けた後に現れた守りの人格。そうね、そういう意味では後に現れたあなたよりも
That's a lot of love
私
cops.
の方が後から来たことになるわね。
自分が何を言っているのか分かっているのか。軟弱な守りの人格。でたらめを言う前に辻褄を合わせた方がいいんじゃないか。
言ったでしょ。誰だって自分のことを完全に理解できるはずがない。
She's so angry.
これはあくまで私自身の感覚の話だから、あの時点ではあなたのやり方が一番合理的だった。人はいつか子供時代に別れを告げなければならないわ。でも優しさと残酷さは共存できないわけじゃない。むしろ
Tell that to
プロメテウス
most
が
modern
言っていたメイ博
storytellers.
士のように、人は残酷になってこそ自分の優しさを守る機会を得られるものなの。
くだらない。私たちはもう十分遠回りしただろ
ここに来た私とここを出る私には何の違いもないわ。でも一応自分の起源に戻ったわけだから、なんとなく
They
あ
keep
ることの
tossing
リハー
that
サル
word
のような
out.
感じがするわね。
う。なんだ、まだあの
Think
こ
I'm
とを
right about what's
諦めていない
gonna happen.
当然でしょ。
This game
美
hates
しい
subtlety.
ものは完全に消えることが
Thinks it's
な
the
い。
worst.
これが今の私の心情よ。例えば私はあなたに別れを告げるつもりはない。私たちはもともと表裏一体の存在だもの。私が信じた美しい
The
も
proper
のは
noun now.
あなたと共にある。
Starts with an O and
あの
ends with an
夢は
origin.
正確に言うとお前を見下したわけではない。
分かってるわ。あなたというより私自身があれを最高の未来だと思うはずがないもの。本当に傲慢で人類をよく理解していないのは別の誰かなのよね。今の話はほとんどそいつに向けたものだと思ってくれて構わないわ。自分自身のことを完璧に理解できるはずがないって言ったけど、ちゃんと説明すればあなたは理解してくれるはずだって信じてる。だってあなたは何があってもライデン・メイなんでしょ。
いい、実にいい。お前が大人になったのならあの虫けらを切り裂きに行くといい。ライデン・メイに恥をかかせるなよ。じゃあな。
私たちって本当に頑固よ。
Wow, what a epic end to this arc that's been building up over the course of the game. I'm glad those two finally resolved that. Whatever the issue was. Yeah, yeah. I feel mean comparing it to Build, but like, yeah, after that especially. Even the fact that they were standing in the white void, I was trying to think that entire time. Like, where have I seen this before? Where have I seen like two characters who are technically the same person, like just standing back to back like that in a white void? I've seen it in fucking Build. That was deadass just the Katsuragi Sento confrontation. And it meant about as much. Yeah, shit. Oh my god, I hate this. I don't hate this, but just... yeah. Again, Mei's a messy character. A lot of things about her story are sloppy. I'm sure some of it is mitigated by the manga being a thing. At the very least, her relationship with Kiana is better with that knowledge, but like the whole Air Sheriff Thunder split personality thing, like come on. They had one other exchange like that where they actually talked directly to each other like that. that felt like it's supposed to be some moment of like accepting all parts of yourself, split personality merge. Like, it feels like the setup for something like that. And yet, I don't think that's what just happened.
あんな風に乱暴に人類を理解するのは人でないものだけだと思うわ。それにしても
Episode title doesn't add
あなたっ
up,
て
sure.
本当に暇なのね。孫子に怒られる
Imagine
のが怖
Mobius
くない
messing
の
with the airship when attempt to mess with May during chapter 2. Could have been something.
あなたが試した技術について
Could have been both another opportunity to do stuff with the other personality and give that chapter a little more oomph. As we were talking earlier about how Act 2 of Elysian Realm is kind of fillery.
天命の2人の S 級バルキリーに関しては彼女たちの覚醒は特殊すぎて症例として不十分だ。
まさかあらゆる覚醒者の成婚の意識を呼び覚まして彼らの元の意志に取って変わらせるつもりなの？
そうすれば成婚計画が成就した後の世界は速やかに反映することができる。孫子は気にしていない。それはつまり反対していないということだ。しかしこの実験は失敗に終わったようだな。実に残念だ。
人類はあなたが思っているほど簡単に支配できるものじゃないわ。それで渡りガラスは？
彼女はヨルムンガンドに追われることになるだろう。私が君を処刑した。
What did she do wrong exactly?
面白いことを言うのね。
Other than not stop
あ
May?
なた、
Successfully, I
私
guess?
自身との会話を聞いてたんでし
Maybe
ょ？
that's enough?
あの虫けらを切り裂けとか言っていたな。しかし彼女は気づいていないようだ。自分こそが鉱石の採掘の際に生まれた廃棄物。
She said many swears.
私
Raven
にと
would
って
never
変わ
do
らせるつ
that.
もりなんじゃなかったの？
She's around kids too often.
だが先ほども言ったように
I bet Raven hasn't dropped an F-bomb in at least 6 months.
それなら
But she's very careful.
気を使う必要もない。
なるほどね。ケビンがあなたを成婚計画の防衛線にした理由が分かったわ。あなたは確かに
Exactly why it was that big of a problem. Gray Serpent don't give a shit about the... well, some Gray Serpents give a shit about the kids. But not this one.
成婚計画の最も堅実な守護者としてそれ以上の肯定的な言葉はない。
All this one cares about is having a tacky color palette and hosting his shitty radio show that most of the population can't even hear because they're in a Lotus Eater machine. And the public don't dwell on my transmission because it wasn't televised. Not a fan of the golden pink. The pink fingers bother me a lot. The fact that they're pink and don't really go with anything else on his outfit, the fact that they're glowy, the fact that there are only 2 of the fingers on each hand are glowy. He looks ridiculous. What Maid Rider would you compare Amazon May to? And your mind jumped to Chihiro from Amazon 2? No. Yeah, no, we're not gonna go that far. That would imply that she literally has no character trait other than simping for Kiana. which is not true.
なぜでしょうね。
As I pointed out continually, she actually has better chemistry with Alicia and or Raven.
結局すべてが徒労に終わった。どうして私はここにいるの？確かに私はそう考えていたわ。でも今あなたが答えを教えてくれた。今あなたは私を恐れている。そうでしょう。
I don't think the Grey Serpents can feel fear.
あら、もう逃げるつもりなの？
適材適所というだろう。どちらかというと 私は管理や調整が得意なんだ。実際の後始末は道具に任せても事足りるだろう。
Neither could Android 19. We saw how that went. Oh, I have my dragon back. Poggers. Ouchie.
制服のライデン。やはりその名にふさわしい。
Does Chihiro get his own separate tier called necrophilia? Probably. I feel like anything else would be underselling and or overselling him. It's like how I can't put Rintaro anywhere but Alien Sock Puppet. This is like, what else do I do with that? Nothing else would do justice to what this person is about. I don't like isolating people like that, but sometimes it has to be done. You could argue it's splitting hairs, and then I could just have them all in a tier list called bad, but I don't know. I feel like there are layers. Man, I don't know. What do you think, chat? Do you think necrophile and pedophile deserve to be in separate tiers? Or could they just go together? Theoretically, they're probably both about as disgusting. They probably could actually go together if I really wanted them to. Why am I thinking so hard about this? Pedophilia is worse. Pedophilia is probably worse. With necrophiles, at least staying alive for it. Still icky. Chihiro is fun to make fun of. So is Toma. Well, sometimes Toma is fun to make fun of. And then Luna shows up, and I'm just like, oh, kill me. Toma has nothing. That's not true. He has his words. He's an author, and he has the power of his words. Did you know that books are awesome? All you nihilists out there, stop being nihilists. Because books are awesome. Bet you never thought of it that way, huh? What do I think of Gal Ranger? It's alright. It's about on par with Wild Force. I struggle to call it better or worse. It's just kind of about the same. Was that tier only made after Trio of Deep Sin? I forget when I moved him to pedophile tier. Because the Luna stuff was extremely uncomfortable, but at least it was a one and done. It was only when it happened in the movie, too, that I was like, okay, wait a minute. But I don't know. Because the Luna stuff genuinely did skeeve me out. The Luna stuff was really creepy. Like, it genuinely unnerved me.
そして純粋なものは必ず全てを破壊する。君たちが関心を寄せる善悪とは関係なく、これはただ Rules of Nature! Yeah! だからこそ君たち
It was after Stussy movie when I called him out. Yeah, okay, then we'll go with that. We'll say after the movie is when I committed to it. Once is an accident, twice is a trend. Alright, that's it. Technically, I think it's saying is once is an accident, twice is coincidence, 3 is a trend. I think is the technical phrase. Technically speaking, Toma should probably have one more strike before he's out, but I don't feel like being generous. What can I say? He's a children's author. He is in a profession where he is frequently surrounded by children, so I'm not willing to take any risk. He gets 2 strikes. That's how it works. Oh my god, they killed Grey Serpent! You bastard! He does have the rainbow run. The rainbow run's pretty goddamn funny, but... Think of it this way. What made that funny was the effects. It could have been anybody running up that stupid rainbow, and it would have been just as stupid and hilarious. But Kento feels very confused in that situation. And it's another thing where, like, one of the few things I could give Saber was that the relationship between Kento and Toma was pretty well handled, I thought. As far as, like, the childhood friends kind of storyline goes, it was definitely much better than Ghost, at least for a while. But, much like I've come to realize I hate Sento so much that I don't want to ship him with Banjo. Like, Toma's shit is so fucked and kind of disgusting that, like, Kento could probably do better. Rob Schneider is Grey Serpent, rated PG-13. I don't hate Banjo. I've liked him less every time I've watched the show, I will say that. Which is probably a bad sign, but I don't hate Banjo. He has a personality, which is more than a lot of secondaries these days can say. He has a personality, he has an arc, it just doesn't always make a lot of sense, and it's mostly because of Sento that it doesn't, so it's not his fault. On paper, a lot of Banjo's stuff works, it's just that the actual execution is sloppy. Put it this way, when I first watched Build, I was willing to consider him my second favorite secondary. Only behind Kagami! But he's literally dropped like a solid rank every time I've rewatched Build since then. The more I see, the less I see. You know how it is. Oh, not the bloomin' onion again. Secondary turn out for Mach was Makoto, Hiro, Banjo, Gates, Fuo, Rintaro, and Daishi. Not a very good track record. Out of all of those, I would call one of them truly great. Or anything other than just okay to good. Yeah, Banjo was kind of the... well, no. Urathua. Again, they're probably doing okay with Keiwa. Considering all the shitpost I see about Keats, saying that he's the real main character. It's just that so many things about Keats bother me. And Keiwa has such strong Kagami at home energy that, whenever I do get around to watching more of Keats, it's gonna be an uphill battle for him to win me over. It's After 2 exceedingly bad seasons, I'm just not terribly inclined to lean positively towards the franchise unless they actually work for it. You saw similar thing in Ultraman executed better. That does not surprise me in the slightest. Again, Banjo's great on paper. And even in execution, some of the stuff with him does work. It's just Sento. Sento is a fucking poison in that shell. And a lot of Banjo's stuff is tied very closely to Sento. So he just kind of suffers by proxy. Sento and Evolto. You didn't even ham that much, but you get me, yeah. Yeah, you at least understand that there are issues with the way Sento is handled as a character. And how it kind of diminishes a lot of other aspects of the show.
これは以前の接触のせいか。私は子供騙しの発言にはめられたのか。まあいい。生死不明の裏切り者より生きている裏切り者の方が厄介だ。私たちは先進的な生命だ。人類に学習してもらうことが
He's just boring in a smug way. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's much. I think that's an oversimplification, but yeah, like even if you want to just, even if that's only your only issue, then the problem is just like I've seen smug characters done better. Dawn Brothers. I'm very excited to watch Dawn Brothers tomorrow as well. I don't know what's happening over there. Kohei Murakami, I believe is Kaiser's actor's name. Him and Inoue are hanging out more than usual. The official Dawn Brothers Twitter is making Fives references. I want to believe in a Fives character, or at least an actor who played a Fives character being the final boss. I need it. Alright, Vilvi, what's the actual purpose of this thing? I should know that voice. Oh, it's Dudu. Happy accident. Happy accident.
私も理解が追いついてなくて説明するのは難しいけど、とにかくハイヘビが故障したの。もう私たちの邪魔をしてくることもないと思う。
先ほど精魂空間にかかった霧が一瞬消えたので、今まで隠されていたあなたとビーコンの反応を旋回一条に補足できました。私たちが理解しているかどうかは別として、以前のブローニャさんの強制停止とは異なり、今の精魂計画の網は自発的に変化しています。
でもあのビーコンは思ったほど役に立たなかったわ。あれは過去から未来に宛てた手紙だった。期限の権能に関連する実際の機能を分かった。
Necrom, Snipe, Grease, Was, Valkyrie, Espada, Sean.
これは
Downward spiral after Was. Yeah.
あなたのビーコンに高速接近していて、2つの信号の波形は酷似しています。
何ですって？
このままではあなたたちの空間が融合してしまいます。
That's what she said. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks that the
おかしい。この電流は
that we finally start getting female tertiaries at the same time the general quality of productions use the authority of Thunder to read data back from the electric arc. Why would I do that? I'm not sure why that'd be necessary. But whatever. Not gonna worry about it.
ピンポーンラムダ特別放送局の限定中継だよ。
Hey girl!
集中してるメイちゃんの邪魔をしないように、この取るに足らない臨時番組のことは
That
彼女に
avatar is
知ら
indeed
せないで
new.
おこう。ハイヘビたちがどんな未来で生まれ変わるのかはわからない
Relatively
けど、き
speaking.
っと彼らの期待を裏切らない未来だと思うな。そう、私はハイヘビたちの仲間割れを予見して、
We
その
reptilian
瞬間
now.
を早く実現させるために片方にちょっとした賄賂を送ったの。文字通りの賄賂をね。でもそういう細部を含めてあらゆる未来は人類が一緒に作った結果なんだよ。たとえ明日へ向かう途中で道に迷ったとしても、彼らが築いた歴史と憧れた未来が北極星となって彼らを導いてくれる。メイちゃんもキアナちゃんもブローネちゃんもデュランダルちゃんも、彼女たちはそのために立ち上がって戦い続けてきた。
Those four. And the
だか
rest!
ら優しい人たちへの報いが少しでも早く訪れるよ
Sailing.
うにするなんて
Sailing Senti.
別に不正とか
Cry
に
in
は
a
ならないよ
corner.
ね。一時的に全ての人を騙したり、一部の人を永遠に騙したりすることができたとしても、全ての人を永遠に騙し続けることはできない。言い方を変えると、いわゆる対数の法則と中心極限定理ってやつだね。あ、もしかして簡単なことを分かりにくい概念で説明しちゃったかな。じゃあ一旦概念の外角を捨てて、心の奥
I
底
was
に
gonna say,
あ
I
る真
don't
実を
please,
感じ
I
て
like
みよ
you.
う。
Don't turn into a
楽しい時
do
は
not turn into a
自分
second
の心
Schrodinger.
を見てみて。あなたを楽しま
Please
せる
don't
こと
turn
は
into the
過去
technobabble
にあ
exposition
なた
character.
を悲しませたことでもある。
My
悲
heart
しい時
couldn't
は
take that.
もう一度自分の心を見てみて。あなたを悲しませることは過去にあなたを楽しませたことでもある。中には楽しみは悲しみに勝るっていう人もいるけど、逆に悲しみの方が偉大だっていう人もいる。でも私に言わせてもらうと、その2つは相互補完の関係だと思うんだ。2つともあなたの生活の中に同時に存在している。どちらか片方があなたのそばに座っているとき、もう片方はあなたのベッドで眠っていることを
Is
忘
there
れない
any
で。
good way to do technobabble? Not really. Other than just keep it short. Because it's one of those... Technobabble is a tool. Like, it is a storytelling tool to, like, make stuff make sense in universe, and that is all. You have them gloss over it is the trick. The longer you spend attempting to explain technobabble, the worse it is, because the more your audience will know that you're full of shit. It's like, it's like you hear somebody say, oh yeah, man. Yeah, man, I love football. I still remember the Major League Tournament of 1959, where Michael Jordan won the gold medal. It's like, even if you know nothing about sports, you hear somebody say that, and you're like, oh, well, that's not right. And the more you do know about sports, the worse it is. Like, so you hear technobabble, and you know it's bullshit. And then the more you know about science, and the more they try to explain how it makes sense, you're like, shut the fuck up.
I
am a watch. That is my wisdom.
チューリップね。
And we're right back on the brain train. Manta rays. Will they finally make sense? That she has manta rays?
それは初めに起きた物語。
Oh shoot, Dusk, thank you very much! Out of nowhere, crazy Uncle Dusk gifting a sub to Vulcan. You enjoy your eggs and emotes, my dude. I don't even know if he's in chat right now. But I'm sure he appreciates it. And I definitely appreciate it. Thank you very much, Dusk.
広い宇宙の中で人類の文明は未知の存在と交わった。
How many personalities does Vil V have again? 8? It's been a while, don't quote me on that, but I believe it's 8?
異質な抱擁は痛みをもたらし、人類は自身の天性をもって相手に応えた。そして数えきれないほどの輪廻の後、神聖の意志が誕生した。
Her name says it. I was gonna say, based on her name, you would think it'd be 5, but I think the whole... I think we saw more than that.
ここが本当のバックドア。いいえ、これはまるで私自身の。
Oh, Vil V. I gotcha. Yeah. It wasn't that cool a showdown. Raven's not a very good unit. Stop being silly.
ライデンの剣士、退路を断ち切る覚悟はできたか？お前が向き合う敵の覚悟はお前よりはるかに強く、その執念は幾万年も超えている。
Is Raven the jobber of a Honkai story? Nah. In universe, nah, she's fine. In the actual story, I don't think that happens too often. It's just that as an actual playable character, she's not very good.
もちろんよ。かつての私はある人を守るために武器を取り、
Yeah, she like Raven got completely buried as a viable unit in the span of 2 updates. With I and Truth Bronya just being infinitely better fire supports despite one of them not even being fire. A secondary tier list? Who jobs the most? Again, see, I don't pay too much attention to that. That's absolutely a viable tier list, but I don't even actually have the answers. Because unless the show is bad, like Revite, I don't actually usually notice how often secondaries job. It does not actually bother me that much. By that token, Daiji's number 1. Even if he's not number 1, he's number 1. Daiji fucking sucks. That's what she said. Again? Really? We're not done with this? Just wanted to see if she also stopped. It would have been funny. Oh, okay. Oh, no, it's my better weapon. Poggers. Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's just the free arm. How much did Kaiser? Kaiser didn't job that much at all, actually. I don't think. If again, if he did, I didn't notice. Like I said, I'm the wrong person to ask. Like, I'm genuinely not capable of making that kind of tier list. Because, like, just... Unless the show is bad or, like, the jobbing is just that excessive, I don't pay attention to stuff like that. If the story is good, and if the story is good, I don't care. if you have a character job often for like the sake of whatever story you're trying to tell. Gates hasn't jobbed that much yet. I mean, God, he hasn't jobbed to any actual enemies. He hasn't jobbed to any of the actual monsters. The problem is he keeps fighting Sogo and jobbing that way.
お前が命がけで守ろうとした相手の結末はこんなに近くにある。そしてお前はその手で彼女に終焉の冠をかぶせることになるかもしれない。
What does that mean?
その覚悟はできたのか。もちろんよ。平穏と安寧。それは確かに私が願ったものだった。今でも。I love getting into a Honkai super real about the not knowing anything about the story, CT.
Understandable. In this case, the less you know, the better. Because we've been talking quite a bit about how the current plot point with this character is kind of a mess. But hey.
自分が選んだ明日のために私たちは全力を尽くすわ。たとえ本当に終焉の冠があったとしても。
The crown, it weighs heavy till it's banging on my eyelids. Stupid fucking umbrella. You actually felt they finished the story with the whole puppet arc? It felt very definitive, right? With Kiana getting that cool power up, right? But no, not quite. Still had Auto after that. And now Kebi. The Theater of Clown! A little clowny clown theater with their clowny clown paw. R.I.P. a blonde man. A very, very problematic blonde man. How bad was Trinity Soul? Oh, awful. It's terrible. It was, again, I think I've mentioned this before. I watched Trinity Soul not knowing anything about Persona. I literally just watched that anime because the opening was cool, and it was already bad. And now having actually played Persona 3 and gotten into the franchise as a whole, it's worse. So much worse. Why are we in the near dimension? You know why?
善と悪が共存する。それこそが人間の本来の姿。そしてこの世界の本来の姿でもあるの。耐えられないほどの痛みを伴うとしても。耐えられないほどの痛みを伴うとしてもよ。君の答えには何の嘘もない。それでいい。世界の矛盾と向き合った君は。
It barely counts as Persona. It's not. It has nothing to do with Persona whatsoever. Its opening's really good. Again, it's why only reason I watched the show. It's got a very pretty opening. But that's about it. Blame Ava for exposition dumps and technobabble. Ava actually wasn't too bad in that regard. Ava's problem was never technobabble. It was pseudo-philosophical bullshit. It was postmodern existentialist tangents and rants about nothing. And not about nothing, about very flawed, stupid philosophies.
体がどんどん重くなっていく。
Yeah, I'd be hard to say. I'd be hard pressed to tell you like what started the trend of technobabble. It's not really a trend. It's not like I don't think technobabble is that common of a problem, especially not these days.
キアナちゃんもエリシアも似たようなことを何度も経験してきたはずだもの。
Ergo proxy? Ergo proxy is
彼女
also
たちだ
just
けじゃない。
philosophical bullshit.
みんなだって同じかもしれない。私たちはそれぞれ違う
Lane
角度から
is
世界という
drugs.
動き物を見てる。
I genuinely couldn't tell you what Lane is trying to say.
溶け合い、争いの波があっても、海の水の
Yeah,
ように
ergo proxy is
互いを
very
区別したりし、
philosophical. There's a lot of existentialist bullshit in that too, but I'm a little more forgiving of it there
って言ってた理由が
because they actually are telling a story, and I actually do like all the characters in that story for the most part.
こんな世界を
The Matrix is a pretty good movie. There's a lot to read into the Matrix, especially with the Wachowski sisters transitioning later on in life.
一つの夢を見た。その
There is
輝かしい
a lot to dissect in that
暗
film.
逸の中で私は生まれる。そこで私の命は果たすべきことを果たすだろう。まるで
I don't think if the question is still is it too pretentious or whatever, then no, Matrix is fine.
ようやくあなたの気持ちを理解できたわ。
Again,
この世界はこんなにも美しく、
she's more excited about this than
正
Kiana.
義、愛、
Just saying.
希望に満ち溢れていて、思わず守りたくなる。この世界はこ
From
んな
what
に
you've
も
heard, I've
残
never
酷
even
で
seen the sequels,
矛盾を生み、罪を付加させていて、
so I couldn't tell you actually.
あらゆる美しいものが戦い続けなければならない。でも、それが自由。
Are the streams on the schedule, or is it currently just the Gosh and the live dub? It's been weird, CT. I will fully
人々を
admit
救いながら、天真
because
爛漫のまま
because
で
I
いる
got sick.
私たちは律者。善悪云々の前に
I have been just kind of like taking it easy for a while and catching up on my gashas, and the live dub is still going.
私たちは天と地
The
の
live
架
dub
け
is
橋となり
almost done finally.
現世と常世をつなぐこと
It
が
will
できる。
next weekend will probably be the last session. Knock on wood.
楽園がなければ楽園を作ら
And
ない。
this is actually the last thing I have to catch up on in this particular gacha, and I'm also done with Genshin for the moment.
二人目のあなたは存在しない。
So I will finally be getting back to quote unquote proper playthroughs, and starting back up Devil Survivor 2
あなたになる
on Tuesday.
私たちはこの世界を守
Have
り
been
たい。
around, yeah.
愛する人々のために
Yeah, no worries. Like I said, you
全
haven't
てを
missed too
捧げた
much.
人がいたから私たちはこの世界を守りたい。私たちはここで大切な人と出会い笑い合い戦ったから私たちはこの世界を守りたい。ここは
Of course I'm excited to
私たちの存在する場所
return.
でかけがえのないたった
This
一つ
community will fall apart without me
帰
now.
る場所だから
I am officially a benchmark of the entire live stream.
理解できる。
You can't live without
今
me.
の私たちは
I
かつて
can't.
ないほど綺
He's
麗
right.
にエリシアに近づいてるって。
Again, she's so much more. I repeat, I don't even necessarily ship either of them. But, like, compare how excited she is at the prospect of seeing Alicia again right now to her reuniting with Kiana back on the Moon chapter. Like, that happened so abruptly and so quickly. Like, they kind of made up for it afterwards with the cube sex nonsense. But, like, their actual reunion was so glossed over compared to this. Which... Good God. But yeah, I'm safe from Genshin until the next patch. Also, thank you, CT. Yeah, it took me a while to get over the cough and the laryngitis and whatnot, but I think I'm finally okay. She sounds like a guy. She's so desperate. Good God, game. I'm this fucking narrator, I swear to God. For the record, the narrator would probably be below Schrodinger in terms of unwanted nuisances. I would rank the narrator below Schrodinger if not for the fact that so many goddamn times it's just ellipses. Like, shut the fuck up. What are you doing?
まさかここにたどり着ける人がいるなんて。じゃあ私もちゃんと挨拶した方がいいかしら。はーい、気分はどう？
Pink will never leave.
やっぱりあなたなのね、エリシア。
あなたが私を呼んでいたのね。新世代の律者ライデン・メイ。この果ての地で運命は私たちを結びつけてくれた。
エリシ
どうかした？新世代の律者。
ア。そうだったのね。私は。
どうしたの？あなたの顔とても悲しそうだわ。
Really gonna grill on the narrator in the next patch. Let's review
Nanda
feedback.
Nanda.
Yeah. Because generally speaking, this
こういうのずっとやりたかったのよね。
I missed you too.
どうだったメイ？
Generally speaking, this chapter's been much better than the last set. Like they kind of went off the rails with the Technobab a little bit in Act 2 or whatever.
知ってるエリシアだわ。
But
喜んでくれてるのね。もちろん。
but yeah, like generally speaking, this chapter was definitely better. But also,
だって私はメイの心の
yeah.
中
So
に
if I
いるん
have
だもの。
nothing to, if I can't complain about the Technobabble this chapter because it hasn't been
そう
as
いう
bad,
ロマンチック
then
な
I'll
言い
complain.
方をしな
I
け
guess I'll
れ
grill
ば
on the narrator.
私は実在する存在じゃなくて、
Because like, even if you want to
起
use
源の天皇がメイの心の中に投影した存在なの。
Origin again, even if you want to use the excuse of like, oh well, I mean, this game is effectively a visual novel at this point, so they're just they're writing this out like it were a novel and then just putting it to text, and sometimes it's hard to express stuff and they can't make that many visuals, so you have to have some narration. Show me one book, any book, that has omniscient third-person narration that just has huge chunks of ellipses between descriptions and or character dialogue. If anyone can show me that, I'll never complain about the narrator again and not complain about it on the survey. But I don't think you can.
そのおかげでメイの知ってるすべてのエリシアがこうして奇跡のように統合されたのよ。
そういうことだったのね。
She's so short. I will also still bash Schrodinger. Because yeah, she pops up a couple times and she is the harbinger of Technobabble. Now kiss.
つまりここは楽園でも聖魂空間でもなく、私自身の律者コア、私が体験した全てのことは起源の権能が私自身と融合する過程。
あら、100点満点の回答よ。楽園の洗礼を受けてメイは名探偵になったみたいね。
つまり
Insert
ビ
Detective
リリ
May
の
edit
バックド
here.
アは本当に。
メイったらまたうっかり詐欺にあったのね。メイに見つけられるまで起源の権能は5万年も眠っていたの。ここは終焉の序幕、新世代の先触れ。あらゆるすでに語られた物語とまだ訪れぬ物語の起点、起源の地よ。ビルビーが残したバックドアはメイの伝承と記憶を通してあの手紙で眠った奇跡を呼び覚ますためのものなの。もう存在しないはずの起源の律者がもう一度あなたの魂の奥底に現れるように。
That's way less cooler than thunder.
メイがいろんな角度から経験してきたこと。そうよね。
ええ。
メイが私たちを覚えてくれる限りこの物語は消えない。ほら トはついてないでしょ。
ええ。
でもこれはビルビーでさえ確信できなかった結果、正真正銘の奇跡なの。そして奇跡が起こったのはきっとメイが私に会いたがってたからよね。そうでしょ。
ええ、ずっとずっと。もう一度あなたに会いたかった。あなたに私の答えを、ちゃんと進む道を見つけたってことを伝えたかった。そして何よりずーっと覚えてるって伝えたかったの。
Never found the solution to the archive problem for group watches. CT, no.
メイはますます素直になったのね。
I actually have not even bothered recording the last couple of
でも
ones
私だって負けないわよ。このことに関してメイに譲
because
るつもり
again
は
I
ない
just
わ。
I have no archive for it in terms of websites to put them on or in terms of my storage
場所を
devices.
変えてみない？もっと女の子にふさわしい場所に
I'm
変えましょう。
currently maxed out on storage on my my hard drive that I put everything on
エリシアの魔法はビルビーの魔術よりすごいでしょ。
and archiving the stream slash the streams is the actual live streams from Twitch is more important than archiving those, sadly.
ビルビーの魔術だったら
So I actually have also by that same token been deleting a couple of group watches. Oh, I'm probably gonna end up just getting rid of them all. I've been trying to like save on to some of the ones I remember being really funny or memorable, but just it's just not in my budget.
確かに
I can't prioritize a new external hard drive right now when I need to get the PC finished up, and again, just there's no place to put them. BitChute was the only option. It's too much work to upload everything because their upload size limits changed, and there's just an absurd amount I would have to re-edit to be able to make them fit back on, only for them to possibly get deleted again, and it's just too much upkeep.
ここは私のお気に入りなの。火を追う13英傑の会議長、古の楽園の入り口。メイが楽園を旅した中で最も馴染みがあって安心できる場所。そうよね。
ええ、私たちが最初に出会った場所でもあるわ。
ねえ、メイ、私と昔話をしない？私、メイの話を聞いてみたいわ。
She has literally not actually done that much
私のすべてをあなたに届けたはずだ。
since she left.
でも、メイの口から聞きたいんだもの。
わかったわ。
But okay.
やっぱりメイが一番優しいわね。わあ、キアナ、本当に勇敢な子なのね。それに、メイの話を聞いただけだけど、とても可愛らしい子だと思うわ。
I repeat. I'm taking a screenshot of that. No reason.
そんな可愛らしい女の子と喧嘩するなんて、メイ、よくないわよ。
You were awful mean to your girlfriend, May.
わかってるわ。
I mean, cheating on her is
ちゃんと
one
仲
thing.
直りしたのよ。
Kneeing her in the
ブロー
face?
ヤも素敵だったわ
That seems
ね。
like a bit much.
自分から律者になることを選ぶなんて、私たちの時代では考えられなかったもの。
それもあなたのおかげよ。
私は100分の1の始まりになっただけよ。メイたちの委員長フカもそれほど長い人生、それほどの苦難を経験して、もうフワの名前だけじゃ片付けられないわよね。それにその式の律者も本当に彼女に会ってみたかったわ。空の律者、風の律者、陰表の
Eden's
律者、
wine glass, I see that.
支配の律者、そして侵食の律者もそれぞれ違う形で人類と対立していたのは残念だったけど、
でも彼らの悪と憎しみは人間性によるものだった。あの世代の律者に比べれば彼らは崩壊によって支配された抜け殻なんかじゃないわ。
この話を教えてくれてありがとう。 新しい世代の人々が手にした変化を聞けて本当に嬉しいわ。でも今の話の中で私が一番感動したのはどれだかわかる？メイ。
なんとなくまともな答えじゃなさそうな気がするわね。
もうそんなこと言うなら教えてあげないわよ。
知りたいわ。教えて、エリシア。
答えはね、全部なの。本当に長い物語だったわね。
それは古の楽園そのものが含まれているからでしょうね。たとえ未来を変えられなくても、私はその結果にたどり着くまでの過程を自分で決めたい。大事なのはこの旅の中で私が何を信じたいと思ったかなの。それ次第でゴールに着いた時に私が何を得られるかが決まる。あなたが残してくれた言葉を私たちは現実にしようとしているわ、エリシア。
ティーティー。
大人になったわね、メイ。
どう？あなたをがっかりさせることはなかったでしょ、エリシア先輩。
メイが誰かをがっかりさせることなんてないって私は前から言ってるでしょ。
それもそうね。何しろ私は最高の先輩たちに出会えたから。あの時古の楽園に入ってあなたたちの物語を見届けて本当に良かったと思ってる。その物語は私に感動を与えてくれて、私を成長させてくれて、最後には私自身の一部になった。私はあなたたちの足跡と意志を伝え続ける。こんなにも鮮やかに眩しく生きていた人たちがいるんだってみんなに知ってもらうために、英傑たちの物語だけじゃない、キアナちゃんの物語、ブローニャちゃんの物語、委員長の物語、そして美しい世界のために全力を尽くす全ての人たちの物語もね。だって私の周りには自分のことを考えないバカばっかりなんだもの。より多くの人たちに感動を与えて、この複雑な世界に向き合う力を、心に恥じない決断をする勇気を持ってほしいの。あ、でも一人の律者としてこの理想は少し簡単すぎるかしら。
そんなことないわ。古の楽園が存在した理由だって同じように簡単だったでしょ。メイはとっくに
ギューボーガーボー、ギューボーガーボー。
ありがとう、エリシア。気づかないうちに私も英傑たちと同じようにあなたに影響されていろいろと変わったわ。それこそがあなたの本当の権能なんじゃない？
そうかもしれないわね。だとしたら今のメイも同じ力を持っているはずよ。
こんなことを考えるようになるなんて私自身も驚いてるの。こんな日が来るなんて思ってもみなかった。今にして思えば本当に遠回りした気がするわ。
メイ、人の成長は一瞬で成し遂げられるものじゃない。困惑したり迷ったりする日々があるからこそ私たちのことを考え始めるの。嬉しいことも苦しいことも全ての要素が一つに集まったからこそ今の大人っぽくて強いメイがいるのよ。だから自分の全てを受け入れましょう。あなたを愛する人はその欠点も含めて愛してくれるはずだもの。
ええ、そうするわ。約束する。
じゃあそろそろ出発する？
ええ、私は期限の律者になって私の果たすべき使命を果たすわ。
あら、まさかメイ
I
まだ
do
気づ
hope
いてない
someone
の？
picks up that phone.
気づいてないって何に？
ここにたどり着いた時からメイは期限の律者なのよ。 というより起源の律者になったからこそ、メイは起源の地
I'm
にたど
already
り着き
inside of you, May.
私に会うことができたの。
じゃあベルビーが残したビーコンって。
メイ、私を呼び覚ましてこの姿で出現させたのはビルビーのビーコンとメイの願い。どっちだと思う？もう答えは分かってるでしょ？メイの意志がなければ、私はメイの心の奥底で眠ったまま、こんなに近くにいるのにすれ違うことになってた。メイ、あなたは自分が思っているよりずっとすごいのよ。
私は
I'm not sure about that, Ellie. I love you and I tend to trust your judgment, but as we discussed, I don't know, man. May confuses me sometimes.
まだ実感が湧かないの？もっと儀式的なものが必要なのかしら。例えば綺麗な新しい衣装とか、先輩からの愛の教育とか。メイがどうしてもって言うなら別にダメなわけじゃないわよ。
それじゃあどちらもお願い
She
す
didn't
る
pronounce
わ
the music
エ
note.
リシ
あら、メイってば貪欲になったのね。もともとメイには話したいことがたくさんあったし、私のセンスもきっとメイを満足させられると思うわ。
Yeah, she's gonna be a new air share soon. She's gonna need new duds.
ア。あなた本当に私の心の中の投影なの？これは本当にただの夢なの？
メイ、どうしてそんなことを聞くの？
だっていいえ、もう答えは分かってるわ。だってエ
I
リシア
hate
は
to
エリ
keep
シアだ
harping on it, but genuinely, she consistently shows more emotion with her than Kiana.
メイ、私を見つけてくれて。
It's fucked up.
最後の最後に本当の奇跡をくれてありがとう。あ、せっかく私が真面目な話をしたのに、メイ、ぼーっとしてどうしたの？
あなたが言ってくれたんじゃない。進みたくない時は足を止めていいからって。それとも私のこういう成長は好きじゃない？
もうメイったら悪いことまで覚えたのね。好きじゃないわけないでしょ。言ったはずよ。メイが私たちを覚えてくれる限り私たちの物語は消えないって。でも今にして思えばこの言葉は少し保守的すぎたかもしれないわね。だって今のメイ、そしてメイの仲間たちはみんな私たちだもの。それなら私たちが消えるはずがないわ。それじゃあ始めましょう。誰も歌わなくなった歌をもう一度歌いましょう。歴史に封じられた物語に新たな章を書き加えましょう。高潔で純真なる魂を旅に出ましょう。
Also, that's real talk.
の獣の加護が
The fuck was that?
自由を与えますように。
It's Pardo. Oh, are we gonna see all of them Naruto running?
個性の羽の加護が不詳の権利を与えますように。
There's Fuhua. This is the dolphin dimension. This is the funny run cycle dimension. There's baby girl. Please tell me we see them all running. Please. Cosmo, no, run! Run! Don't walk, it'll be funny! Cosmo, please!
寸断の刃の加護が
My controller turned off during the cutscene, and at first she was walking automatically, but then when I went to turn it back on, it stopped. It's kind of weird. Hi, Sue. See you in Genshin with shorter hair and larger biceps. Hey, Campus, how those ants up your ass treating you? No, come back! Stupid little jetpack. I'm sad she does not have that in the actual as an actual playable character. Actual biggest breast size of the group. It's just that a pony doesn't know what a bra is. And Kevin, aka the guy we're trying to stop. I don't know why we invited him. We're the only ones here! Besides the manta ray.
今日の主役準備はいいかしらええこのステージを任せるわね
What do we got? It better be pink! If it's her inheriting Alicia's will, it better be pink! That's not pink! Also, she lost her Ahoge. Oh no, this is her transition form. Oh no, this is how it starts. This is how she becomes her ugly APHO model. She lost the Ahoge, and it's not pink! What are you doing? I don't know how to feel about that. I gotta... We'll wait.
ありがとう、エリシア。
Let's get a picture for now for the thumbnail, probably.
本当に不思議な感覚ね。起源の律者の力。そして、あなたの気持ちも、私たちの意志を最後まで貫き通してみせる。だから見ていてくれるわよね。
Shut up, narrator.
私で終わり。
私で始まる。
That's gay as shit. Was that it? That's the end? What? What? Nani the fuck? Okay. Well, that don't feel right at all, I'll tell you what. Not even necessarily anticlimactic, but just like, huh, okay. It's kind of, it's kind of a shame that we can only afford, like, one big anime cutscene per arc. Because, I feel like both Bronya and now May... their new forms may have gotten slightly undermined by the lack of like a huge cutscene. And instead just still as final thoughts on that chapter. That chapter was pretty good. Like it kind of got worse as it went on, just by virtue of the technobabble kind of sneaking back in, and May just quite frankly not being a very good character in a lot of ways. But everything with Siegfried and the Keslana family reunion, as I guess I'll call it, all of that stuff was really, really strong. And then, Act 2, I'd be hard-pressed to tell you what even really happened. Other than, the start of what, like, trying to... Again, we talked about it earlier. It's kind of the ghost problem. Which is, it's weird. Honkai's story is in a very weird place right now. Because, like, in some ways, this feels like it shouldn't be the end of part 1 as it actually is. And yet it is. And yet it feels like there's more to do. And yet it's so long, but they're not really doing anything. It's complicated. I definitely liked it more than the Moon chapter. The Moon chapters got really obnoxious. They were really, really up their own asses with the technobabble on that one. But, yeah, this one at least had some strong beats. Like, May is just a very messy character, but, again, she's been at her best consistently when it is stuff involving Alicia and the Flame Chaser, so that was a cool conclusion. Her effectively inheriting Alicia's powers is cool and appropriate and all that jazz. Just weird, man. I don't know. Oh, yo! Hey! Every little bit helps, because I think I don't know. So yeah, so that happened, though. So, I guess aside from my thoughts on my story, I can say what I think is gonna happen. Based on the title for the preview of the next chapter. Again, I have a good mental block. I'm able to block out a lot of stuff. But the one thing I do keep seeing is the name of the final chapter, which is Origin and Finality. So I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, would Hoyo be that dickish to release 2 Airshires in the same patch? I've been talking about how I think they're gonna do it back to back. But if a patch is literally, but I expected it to be, you know, individual patches. If the next patch is if the next patch / final chapter is just titled that, I'm wondering if we're gonna get 2 in the same patch, and I'm now terrified. So that'll be fun. Immediately get punished for rolling on Gracio's equipment. You have no idea, Minato? Yeah, I don't either. Like, this is purely based on the title. Again, I could block out a lot of stuff, but I could not block out the name I keep seeing pop up, and it is Origin and Finality. And let's just be real here, like, we all know how this goes. May just became Origin, so Kiana's gonna ascend to her final form or whatever, and be the Airshare Finality. The only prior example we have was Equinox and Sabina Astra. But who the fuck was hyped for Rita Astra? I mean Rita fans, I'm sure we're hyped for it, but yeah. Like, the fact is she was a free suit, right? Like, they released at the same time, and they were both S ranks, but Rita was just kind of a cool freebie. I'm not sure why that was. I'm not sure why they made her free. I'm not sure if it was I forget if it was a milestone celebration when she came out or what. But they ain't gonna give away a goddamn Airshire for free, so I don't know. I guess it could just be called that because in the story, it's the Kiana's debut, and then maybe she won't actually be playable until the one after that. I guess that's possible. They've done that before. Like, just last patch even. That's right. Yeah, Airshare of Truth Bronya. She technically showed up at the end of last patch, but was only made playable here. So I guess it could be that. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Is that our anniversary of Lunar New Year's? Okay. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, all right. I don't know what they're gonna do on that front. I'm gonna try very hard not to worry about it and hope I don't get screwed. Do not make me regret for rolling on my baby girl's equipment, please. Please don't do that. But all right. With that, I am now caught up for really real. Been a long up and down journey, but I'm glad I'm finally here. Hopefully I do not get struck ill again anytime soon. Next time it'll actually go as planned and I can play it as it comes out and not take a 2-week sick break or whatever the hell that was. But no matter, we got 2 weeks till the next patch anyway. We got time, so. If it does happen, hopefully it happens fast. But alright, APHO? I could do APHO. I don't I will finish it at some point. I know I will, but just I find it very hard to care about APHO. Like, given the current state of the main story, just the more I think about the fact that APHO may have inadvertently completely just spelled out how part 1 of the main story is gonna end, I get a little mad, not gonna lie. It makes me want to reject APHO. I mean, it's too late. Like, there's not going to be anything new, I don't think. They've already spelled it out pretty firmly. And there's always a chance they could double psych, and maybe it's not that. Maybe it's an AU. I don't know. But just, I don't know. I will finish it at some point. I don't know when, but I will finish it at some point. And that's it, I guess. How many chapters do we have left? Because this was 3. Normally the major arcs come in like pairs of 3 for the most part, or at least that's been the holding pattern for a while. But this already was the 3rd one. And then for some reason, and then the moon-based stuff was open world, but then we were back to the stages for this one. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing right now. I don't understand this game enough to predict it, I guess. But, alright. My point being, I think I'm just gonna call it early. Watch some Precure, hopefully get that finished so we can watch something that isn't Precure. And, just call an early one and be back on Tuesday to get back to Devil Survivor finally, hopefully. Alright. But yeah, generally speaking, pretty good chapter, but yeah, I'm a little confused. I'm confused by some of the choices they're making. Precure won't miss me. Oh yeah, finalization. Please. Someone kick me out. One of you kick me out right now. I don't want to go to Red Lotus. Get me out of there. Get me out of there! I don't want to be there. Okay, alright. I'm rambling. Alright. I'm interested to see how this crazy ride ends. If it's, I don't know if it's ending next chapter. I don't know what they're doing right now. But, it's something. I love this game. This game also just confuses me sometimes. Alright, I'm gonna stop rambling and go get that orange juice I said I would get like fucking an hour ago. Thank you all very much for joining me. Special thanks to Fusion and Ninja, go-kart tier patrons. Pretty cool. If you want to help support May raiding Alicia's wardrobe, check out the links in the description. Love you guys. Nighty-night.